Welcome back to the lab. This is Marcus. I'm Al. What's going on, bro?
How's it going?
Chilling like a villain, man.
Chilling, man. How you doing?
Not too bad. I know it's been a while since we put something out. I apologize, folks. I've had some kind of work emergency that we're dealing with, so please excuse that.
Yes, sir.
We're a little behind on some things, but today we're going to be talking about the NBA, Eastern Conference Finals, leading into the NBA Finals, and then later on, we'll be covering a lot of stuff that's been going on. So, again, I apologize if we haven't been out putting out content. Yeah, getting into this, man. I want to talk about the filthy fucking referees in Boston. I've been holding on to this for a while. Like, look, they were doing everything they could to help Boston win. But at the end of the day, you still have to make shots and you still have to play deep. With that being said,
It's true.
how the fuck did they not catch this? How are you not? I mean, when you go back and see plays and you see the referee that's handling this, it's blatant. Like, dude, who was it that made a layup? And
Yeah.
his facial expression, he was like, oh, this motherfucker here. I think it was Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, it was like he was visibly upset.
Yeah,
He was visibly upset.
like he lost some money.
Jimmy hit that layup.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Really? Dude, I was so glad Boston lost. I'm so happy they didn't make it.
Yeah.
That's just some dirty shit. That's just some dirty shit.
Yeah. The NBA has a history with referees and fixing of games, and so that wasn't a good look.
At this
for
point,
sure.
I'm willing to eliminate the human element as far as referees are concerned and just let AI ref games.
I mean, that's kind of, I feel like that might be the next step. I mean, considering, I know like being an NBA ref or a ref for any sport isn't like an easy task, but with that being said, some of this stuff they do is just like, come on, bro. Like, what are y'all watching?
Seriously.
Like, what are y'all, you know what I mean? Like, if you have a vested interest in it, then you shouldn't be reffing this game.
No.
You know, that's fine. But yeah, some of the calls, some of the plays, you're like, and then, oh boy, like whoever captured that footage of him making that face when Jimmy made that layup,
Good on him.
like that was appalling.
Because, I mean, he's like,
who is going to guard Jason Tatum tonight? I mean, those final 3 minutes, just a handful of offensive possessions for him in that last quarter, forced him into 3 turnovers. What was the strategy?
As a Miami Heat fan, I was sick watching that. Like, really? So y'all gonna do everything in y'all power to like keep the series going?
and
I
here's,
felt like that about the Knicks series too.
yeah,
Because I felt like there were calls in the Garden that I was like, they're definitely trying to keep the Knicks in this playoff series. But again, like you said, you got to make shots. The better team is going to win. And this is the thing I love about the NBA and the NHL and the MLB playoffs per se. These series is going to prove who the better team is. I don't care about the talent level or any of that. I'm talking about who's the better team. The Heat are the better team because they were a shot away from beating Boston last year in the same position. They beat them a couple years before that in the bubble. Like, they're the better team. Yeah, Boston has a lot of talent, but it is what it is with that, you know? Like, they don't pull it all together. So, you know, shout out to the Heat.
man, oh man.
And I say that as a huge Jason Tatum fan. I love Jason Tatum. I love Jaylen Brown. Like, I think both of those dudes are fantastic. But, yeah, they play for the Celtics, so fuck Boston.
Now, moving on to the finals. I'm going to start off by saying Jimmy Butler was great up until the finals.
Yes.
Denver, in my personal opinion, was a deeper team, a more complete team. And And
Mhm.
right before Jamal Murray got hurt, I believe Denver should have been up there competing for the championship anyway back then. So them making it and being there
That's true.
now
Yeah.
isn't a surprise for me. And can't say it enough. The Joker should have been the MVP. This bullshit that
He should have.
Embiid and defense. I mean, what did that get Embiid? No way. Okay.
Second round.
Done.
Man, congratulations to the Nuggets, man.
Look what the
And
Joker
Jokic
did.
especially.
Yes.
Love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray's a beast, man. And
Oh yeah, Jamal Murray's he's nice.
I am extremely happy for Aaron Gordon. As an Orlando Magic fan, I was happy when he came to the team. I felt as though he was robbed in the slam dunk contest
Mhm.
by that Levine fella. The Magic didn't do anything to put pieces around him because, I never thought he was a number one. I never thought he was in it.
Mhm.
His role in Denver fits perfectly. Did you see the way he was celebrating?
Yeah.
My man was in the
Yeah.
crowd, no shirt on, jumping up and down,
Mhm.
partying. I think somebody asked him, he was like, so,
Yeah.
how is it hitting you that, he's like, well, I can tell you what's hitting me now, so there's no devils. I was like,
Yeah.
this dude here, I'm so happy for that dude. I'm glad he won a championship. And the Joker.
Like, I think about that series, like it was Denver is clearly the better team. Like, I don't think that's questionable. I wonder how Tyler Hero would have helped Miami, considering scoring was at a premium for them when they couldn't do it a lot. But they need size too. Like Miami needs another big
And here's
man.
my thing.
Like,
I have just a little bit, because I love Jimmy Butler. This is just a little thing that either one of the coaches should have picked up or he himself should have picked up. And remember how I told you too, when we first started playing ball, when you have somebody beat in your first move, shoot or attack the basket. Look to score. Stop bullshit.
Yeah.
Because all you're doing is giving your defender time to recover. Jimmy with the pump fake, the ball fake, the spin fake, all this faking shit only to give the ball up to not do a motherfucking thing. And a lot of them were turnovers. Like, dude, how many times do you need to do that to figure out that it's not working out for you or your team? Because, who were those guys that are Spruce? Vincent, Martin.
Struce, Gabe Vincent.
Those guys,
bro.
Those guys had good games in
Game 4. Was it game 4 where they had 2 points combined?
Yeah,
the backcourt.
but they're not consistent. So you need Jimmy Butler and Adebayo to be consistent in the scoring, and then hope those other guys come to play.
Yeah. And to Bam's credit, Bam, I thought, had
towards the end
pretty good finals. Actually great, because he put up numbers, and having to guard Jokic, like, that's going to take so much out of you anyway. So for him I thought he was consistent. Jimmy did not play his best.
Jimmy did not play his best.
And I'm not going to give him the excuse with the ankle, because I know he won't make that excuse as his ankle. His ankle was messed up from New York. But I'm not going to give him that excuse.
You're out there,
but
you're supposed to be.
There
were moves and there were shots that he had that he passed up.
Yes.
You shouldn't have been. Your team needs you to score. Because if your team sees you scoring,
and at that point,
that spreads a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially to the lower, what I call the lower ranking guys. Like, come on, dude.
Now, I understand it early in the game because you got to get these shooters going. But as the game starts to turn, you need to start just taking over. And he did that in game 5, but, it was a little too late, or too little too late. But as far as like the consistency, like, he definitely was not himself in this series, or like what he's proven to be in the playoffs. He didn't play great.
And Kevin Love.
Strucing Vincent.
What was the reason that he wasn't getting enough, like a lot of playing time?
I don't know.
And why not?
Because the Cody Zeller minutes,
Or
bro,
why not
we
put?
were like, there was nothing they could do. When Zeller was out there, Jokic was going crazy.
And like, why
Like,
not put Love
it was,
on the Joker inning instead of Adebayo to keep him out of foul trouble? Like, I don't get that.
yeah. That's what they should have did what the Lakers did. Because like the Lakers had Jokic, they had AD on Jokic the first game, and then they switched it and had I feel like it was Rui was guarding Jokic to like let AD roam.
Yeah.
That would have been better. Have Bam roam, put Kevin Love on him.
I don't understand why they
It
didn't do
it
that.
really came down to like the thing with the Nuggets and like the game that they won. I like what Spoelstra was saying, like it's not gonna be easy. You can't just like let Jokic score because that doesn't even make sense. The dude is one of the greatest players in the league. They ain't gonna let him do anything. He's gonna do what he does. You gotta make sure the other guys aren't getting off. So if
Jamal
that
was
means staying
killing him.
home and Jokic goes for 50, yeah.
Caldwell
Jamal
Pope
went
was
crazy.
killing him. Aaron Gordon was doing his thing.
Michael Porter Jr. didn't have not one good game.
No.
And he can kill
Here's
you.
the thing, like Aaron Gordon, like I don't knock his defensive ability, but you mean to tell me Aaron Gordon was shutting Jimmy down?
I think it was the size thing of it. Cause like Jimmy wants to play like a certain kind of way. And Aaron Gordon is big enough to do it. Like Aaron Gordon's bigger than most defenders that they put on Jimmy. Like he's 6'8", 6'9", probably like 250. He's really, really quick. His feet are really fast, And the thing I like about Aaron Gordon in Denver, his role is defined. Like in Orlando, it was like they were trying to give him the keys. Like you said, it's not that he's not necessarily like that number one guy.
No.
Like he's a great piece to have.
Yes.
And hell, he's probably a 2 or a 3. But when he was in Orlando, everything was kind of on him, And like him and Book when they were together.
I would more so say he's a 3.
And this role in Denver, yeah. And like with his role in Denver is like you go out there, you get, easy putbacks, get easy buckets.
Great
and
defense.
whoever the best offensive player is, yeah, that's your assignment. And I feel like I want to say like, he just got physical with Jimmy, like more so than any other defenders have been able to. And like, I would say like the fatigue factor, that series in Boston going 7 when it had no business going that far. Like the Heat didn't do themselves no favors, But like I said, as a Heat fan for 20 years now, I really wonder what Tyler Hero could have added to that. Not to say that, if Tyler was there, we would win the series, but I think we would have had a much better shot because Tyler is a 20-point per game scorer, 40% 3-point shooter. His defense is vastly underrated. Like they talk about him like he's a fucking stop sign or a stop cone. He's definitely a willing defender, And I'm seeing all like the rumors and whatnot. I would love Dame Lillard in Miami. I would love Bradley Beal in Miami. I'm just like, I don't know that I'm giving up on Tyler Hero. 23 years old. He's a 6th man of the year. He got hurt this year, but I thought he played pretty great this season. He had his ups and downs. I don't know, like, I would say this. If it's Dame, I get it. Because Dame fits that timeline, and Dame has proven that he can carry a team pretty damn far by himself. I love Bradley Beal. I don't know that I'm giving up Tyler Hero for Bradley
And I'm
Beal
glad you mentioned
in any kind of deal.
And I'm glad you mentioned Bradley Beal because it was a reliever. All right, then the question was being asked: is Bradley Beal worth? Because the Magic have 2 first-round picks. Is Bradley Beal worth 2 first-round picks? Because we already have a young team.
I think so.
You think so for the Magic? You think you can help them? I don't know.
Bro, honestly, for y'all, that actually would that makes me happy because you already got Paolo. You got Franz Watt. As long as you don't have to give up Franz or Paolo.
It's just the picks.
And Fultz, bro, just the picks? Ooh, because that's what y'all need. Y'all need a wing that can go get you 20. Good shot creator. Because Paolo and Franz both can do that. But that's a lot for those, and they're young. Bradley Beal's a little bit older, but he's not like old. He's still in his prime.
Because the Magic
He
need a
hasn't done a
vet.
lot of
We got
winning,
young
but
guys.
he has.
We need a vet.
Yeah,
So you think
yeah.
he's worth the 2 first-round picks?
With the depending and considering where y'all are picking, like if y'all were like in the top 3, maybe not. But those picks are both out of the top 5. Like I would do it if they would really just take the 2 picks and maybe like a couple players for like salary purposes. I would do it because you got to think nobody on the Magic is making big money yet because all those guys are young. Like Fultz might be the highest paid player and he's not even making crazy money. If he's healthy, he can facilitate and be everything you need a point guard to be. What y'all need is a scoring wing that can, go get you 20, 25, 30. With Paolo, another year under his belt. Franz Wagner, another year under his belt. I really love if Jonathan Isaac can be healthy. The dude has defensive player of the year potential.
Jonathan Isaac is basically Sterling Shepard to me.
His talent is like, it's just the injuries, man. And it's unfortunate because like none of these guys wish for this to happen.
Absolutely.
So it's not like we're like shitting on guys for getting hurt, but it's just unfortunate.
It is.
But I feel
think we
like
should
if
let him
y'all
go.
got a Bradley Beal, y'all would be, I think for sure y'all would be a playoff team.
I'm glad you made.
I
I'm
think y'all
glad
be
you mentioned
top
his name because I
6.
see the 2 first-round picks. And Jonathan Isaac, they're willing to take him off our hands. I'm willing to give Beal a shot because I can't say that I've seen Beal play too much to be, but I know we need a veteran.
Yeah.
That's gonna help scoring-wise and help lead these young guys.
I'm very familiar with Brad.
Okay.
I love Bradley Beal's game. Love his game. I would love him in Miami. It's just, I don't know. My thing is with trading Tyler Hero, like, because he's so young and he's got such good chemistry with Bam and Jimmy. Like, if I'm trading Tyler, especially at his age and his contract is pretty decent, it's not like crazy. I need something that I know for a fact puts us over that line. Like Dame Lillard, I know puts us over that.
Dame Lillard.
Dame, Jimmy, Bam. Like that's ready, and I'm not saying like Bradley Beal's not on that level. It's just, I have more questions about that. But him in Orlando, I love that. And Bradley Beal Washington's so stupid. For one, they gave him that quarter bill, right? So his contract is crazy. He has a full no trade clause, bro. So he is dictating where he's going. And this is the best part. You trade him, his trade clause goes with him.
Oh.
So if they trade him to Orlando, and Orlando's like, yeah, we want to get up off him, that's on him too. Well, he can veto this trade or that one. Oh, I don't want to go here. Oh, even like, it was like talking about him to Miami. What if like, they're like, oh, okay, we'll trade him for blah, blah, blah. He could be like, nah, I want to play with Jimmy. I want to play with Bam. I want to play with Tyler. So I want to go to Miami, but I want those 3 guys there. So figure it out. Because like the contract wise, you're going to have to match it because it's almost $50 million a year. So you're going to have to get at least 2, 3 guys along with draft picks. Somebody, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, that would be enough with some picks. But
Duncan Robinson was another disappointment in the playoffs.
Like, I don't know. I'd be cautious about breaking up the Heat team because I know a lot of the season was hurt, like a lot of injuries, 8th seed to get to the finals with not like a full roster, essentially. I don't know. Honestly, my thing is we need a big man for sure. We need a point guard because I like Gabe Vincent, but Kyle Lowry's like, he's past it,
Kyle Lowry is old, but he played better than Vincent, in my opinion.
Oh, in that finals, he definitely
37?
did. Gabe Vincent played really good. Yeah, Gabe played good in the conference finals against Boston. Him and Caleb Martin. I know Caleb Martin had a rough finals. I would keep him though. Like I would have him on that list of people I'm not trading because he's so damn young
but
too.
The babyface killer was
like
consistent.
Duncan, I could see that
coming off the bench.
Yeah,
In every series, he was consistent coming off the bench. which is why I didn't get why Vincent was starting over.
And just like Strus and Vincent, like that, as much as I love Spoelstra, like, what was it, game 3? I think it was game 3 or 4 where they both combined for like 20 and they only had like 2 points between the two. At some point, you got to take these guys out. Like Duncan Robinson, put him in. Hey, Hayward Highsmith had good minutes. I don't understand why they didn't even play the rookie at all in these playoffs, essentially. Nikola Jovic, because he's got the same name as Jokic, but it's like one letter off or something like that. Like that would have been cool. I think he's gonna be good. If it comes down to a big trade, you'll probably have to add him to it. He's a first round pick. He's like a 6'9" small forward that can handle and shoot. Like he's kind of what the game is evolving into. So like at 19, do you give up on something like that? You know, that's what I'm saying. This really depends on like what the packages are, available. But I don't know. Miami has the option to just stay put and stand pat. Like the team got to the finals and you weren't even healthy, really.
Yeah.
Get you a big man. Cody Zeller, bro. Like, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to be shitting on him, but those minutes where he was in the game, bro, it was like literally giving Jokic points. It was like spotting them points at that point. Like he had one of the worst plus minuses in the whole playoffs, bro, or in the whole finals.
I'll say it. I don't know how
those 5-10 minutes he played.
I don't know how he was getting playing time over Kevin Love. Like that just made no sense. None whatsoever. Because
I didn't get it either.
Yeah, but congratulations to Denver. Super happy for him.
Yeah, congratulations to the Nuggets.
The Joker's reaction afterwards, talking about he just wants to go home, was one of the best. He didn't give a damn that he just won the championship. He just wants to go home to his horses, which I respect.
Love that.
At the end of the day, it's a job to him. What he loves to do is horses. So congrats.
And I want to say, I agree with you. He should definitely be a 3-time MVP.
Yes.
He should have definitely won the MVP this year. Joel Embiid and Kendrick Perkins pushing that whole race narrative and crying about the MVP. I'm sorry. Jokic is a better player. And there's nothing against Embiid. Embiid's a great player. Jokic is clearly the best center in the league. Jokic is one of the best centers to probably ever play. Like skill-wise, he's up there with the greats. So it's like, y'all fucked him on that third MVP, but I'm pretty sure he don't care.
Yeah, he don't give a damn.
He just got the one that really matters.
He don't give a damn.
He got the one. He got the ring and the MVP that really, really matters. So, yeah, congratulations to the Nuggets.
So hey,
as a Heat fan, wholeheartedly.
Moving on.
It's all good.
Ja Morant. You want to pull that up?
Oh my goodness.
Ja Morant. So after this clip, I want to ask you if you think the punishment is enough.
You want to know the only thing more expensive than the California state tax? The stupid tax that Ja Morant's paying. Officially suspended 25 games. Now, let me give you all the real deal information that you need to know. Why 25 games? Because in the NBA starting this year, if you do not play 65 games in a season, you're not eligible for postseason awards. Meaning, Ja Morant, by being suspended 25 games, can only play a maximum of 57 games. Therefore, he can't make an All-NBA team. He can't be the Defensive Player of the Year. He can't be an NBA MVP because he will not meet the minimum requirement of games. So 25 games is the initial punishment, but the secondary punishment is eliminating him from any postseason awards. Keep in mind, he already lost out on $40 million, a $40 million contractual escalator by being suspended so many games this past season that voters didn't put him on an All-NBA team. The stupid tax that Ja Morant is paying is not only costing him dollars, but also the front row seat as the face of the NBA here in the next couple years. Do not pay the stupid tax. And Ja Morant paying it in excess.
Yes, he is, brother. Yes, he is. Now, the stupid tax that Ja Morant is paying, do you think is enough? Because this is twice now.
As far as
like the punishment is. So 25 games, all the money he's losing. The suspension. I don't think he should play at all next season. I don't think 25 games is enough. You did
Boom.
something once. They spoke to you about it. You went and did it again. He tried to play it off like it was the toy gun on the camera. I don't give a fuck what kind of gun. You shouldn't even be holding a super soaker on cam after the first incident.
Boom.
Okay.
Boom.
Now, I understand he's young. There's a lot of pressure, this, and that, et cetera, et cetera. Those are all understandable things. Doesn't mean
Boom.
it's no excuse to make the same mistake twice.
Boom.
Personal opinion,
I'm on the thing.
I don't think it's enough.
I think it's more so not even the games. It's just whatever he needs, like as far as like therapy to like get himself right. I feel like that's paramount to me. As far as like, I don't know about the games, if it's enough or if it's too little. He needs some kind of help, man. Like something's wrong.
And it's
This don't make
clear
no sense.
someone in his circle doesn't have his best interest at heart. Because it's someone in his circle
Boom.
recording those videos.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me it takes more than one incident for you to realize? I don't give a fuck how young you are. For you to realize that something like that is going on in your camp?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's going to take him losing everything just for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Get all the help he needs, because I don't think 25 games is enough. That's just literally a mini vacation.
I think
and he deserves to lose the money.
they said too, though, like at the 25 games, I feel like that's like, they said essentially that it could be more, that's kind of just like the start. But like he has to like do different things and they're going to monitor his like progression per se. So like that 25 games to end up being 40 games or
I hope it's the whole season.
28 games or 36 games.
I hope it's the whole season.
At this point, it don't seem like he really want to play basketball.
No.
Like, I feel like he kind of like, because David Stern, God rest his soul, like he probably would have got suspended this whole year.
As he should.
Like Gilbert Arenas and old boy back in the day, they both got like 40, 50 games for their incident with the guns. And well, I mean, that was in a locker room too. I get that. But yeah, Adam Silver's being like, nice about stuff. But I feel like if it continues, like at some point, you're just going to have to just indefinitely suspend him, because this don't make no sense. That's the whole thing. None of it makes sense.
I say suspend him for the season. See where his head is at when he comes back the following year.
Mm-hmm.
If he really cares about playing ball and staying in the league, you'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find out. But
yeah,
I don't think, again, hopefully it's more games, but I don't really see him trying to learn his lesson. At all.
Yeah. I mean, he still has his endorsements, I think.
Oh,
I think he still has Nike and Powerade and everything. For now.
Oh, so hold up. So Nike dropped Kyrie Irving, right?
Yeah. But I mean, that's what I'm saying for now, because this is very like new. So, and they just released his first signature shoe, which is like, the timing of all this is just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Kyrie thing, I feel like that's been brewing for years. And, he's been critical of Nike, rightfully so. He has his right to do that. But I get that. But yeah, with this Josh situation, like, I feel like if it continues, they're probably going as a driver, and like, is it worth losing your livelihood, your endorsements, like all this generational wealth that you've worked so hard to get to? Is it worth it to like wave guns around on Instagram? Like, I'm confused.
Yeah, as am I.
Like, what is the point of that? Like, who is that for? You know what I mean? Like, is that like, are you cool by like waving a gun? Like, are you getting shakes off that? Like, I'm confused as to like, what's the end game for that? Like, what's the goal to do that?
But if he
Rest in
keeps it up, it's
peace.
like our boy.
Cats are super talented.
It's like our boy said, if he keeps it up, he's gonna keep paying that dumb tax. If he keeps it up, he's gonna keep paying that dumb tax.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah. I mean,
But I wanna remind or refresh people's memory of a former basketball player. We know him as White Chocolate. He can pull this little clip up for us, my dear.
You don't get the nickname White Chocolate on accident. Let's talk about the boy with a bag so deep it was a tripping hazard, Jason Williams. Jason Williams is unironically the most fun NBA player to watch of all time. All you have to do to be open for Jason Williams is wear the same jersey as him. His vision is actually unparalleled all time. Probably the most famous of his antics, the behind the back, no look, off the elbow pass. This man did things that just aren't human. Don't get it twisted, J. Will got his own buckets too, around the world in the cup for two. I mean, you'd think the guy's a mailman the way he sees the post. I just don't get how a man casually pulls us out against NBA competition. I thought gloves were supposed to keep you warm because Gary Payton gets frozen. Oh, White Chocolate was just special.
I remember that game. I was watching that live, bro. Oh, he froze Peyton up. And you know, another player that doesn't get mentioned is Chris Webber. At the power forward position, easily he's in my top 5. Easily. C-Web was a monster.
Oh, yeah.
White Chocolate. Boy, can you imagine him playing today?
Oh, man, he would go crazy in this era. The spacing and, like, the lack of, like, physical defense.
My God.
Oh, yeah, J. Will would go insane. And the shooting that's available in the league right now, and his vision, yeah, he'd be going crazy. Like, he went crazy in his era.
He'd be going
He's one of those
nuts,
guys
man.
that can play in, yeah.
He'd go nuts now.
J. Will's special, man. Love White Chocolate. Love that guy.
So there was a UFC event last weekend. Amanda Nunes defending her belt.
The GOAT.
Yes.
The Lady GOAT.
She retired. Congratulations on winning the fight. She retired afterwards. You know, she did what she needed to do in the fight. I wasn't too excited. You know, it wasn't that exciting in the fight, but she did what she needed. She beat that girl every single way. Now, Juliana Payne. How the hell is she going to think Amanda retired to avoid her? Now, I don't know what was wrong with Amanda in their first fight, causing her to lose. But Amanda put her down in the second fight, convincing. If I'm not mistaken, twice. I can't remember, but either way. What other fights are available? I mean, what, the Valentina one? Another fight with you? I mean, you know you're going to get knocked out again.
But I didn't know that Pena said that she was retiring to avoid her. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, like, come on.
That sounds a little crazy. I'm a fan of Pena's, but like that's crazy.
I'm really not. I never was, and after this, I'm probably never going to be. Is that really?
Yeah.
I mean, at this point in Amanda's career, what does she have to prove?
She's done everything. She's beat everybody.
Sometimes twice.
Hey, yeah. Congratulations to the Lioness. Great career, man.
Awesome career. Now it's time for her to go enjoy life with her daughter and her wife. And not worry about somebody.
She's done it all.
Juliana's just heard that she got knocked the fuck out. Now, you know, granted, she did choke Amanda out. Amanda lost some steam in that fight. Again, I don't know what was going on with her. Maybe it was a bad weight cut.
I thought Amanda was doing well before that happened, though. I thought she was doing pretty well against Payton.
I want to say, like, Juliana was working her.
Not like normal, but
Juliana was kind of working her, making her tired. But just to see Amanda
Okay.
get tired that fast when you've never seen that before, I was, I don't
Yeah.
know what was going on with her. So, yeah, I still give Juliana credit for choking her out, but again, I don't know what was going on with Amanda.
Mhm.
Amanda comes in the rematch and knocks you the fuck out.
Yeah. She beat on her for like the entirety of that fight. Like,
Yeah.
I thought that was proof that that first fight was kind of fluky
Now,
because the way she did her that second time was like,
I don't know what was going on.
this is what we expected.
I forget the lady that Amanda just fought. But I mean, if you really wanted, I don't know if Juliana was hurt or whatever the case was, but maybe this should have been your fight. If you really,
No, she was. She was supposed to be. It was supposed to be the trilogy, but she got. I think she hurt her ribs or something like that in our camp. So they replaced her with old girl.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Old girl wasn't ready for Amanda, dude.
Mm.
Old girl was not ready.
Mm.
Now, I wouldn't have mind seeing a third Juliana fight because I know how that would have ended. You would get knocked out again.
Yeah.
But to say that Amanda's avoiding you, well, nobody's scared of you. Nobody was really worried about you to begin with. Until you beat her, you know.
I don't.
I let the woman retire.
Yeah, you give her credit. She did win first fight, but I don't think there's any question of like the better fighter or whatnot.
Exactly.
The second fight, I felt like proved the first fight was kind of,
You
know, it happens. But we know what Amanda's done for the past 10 years.
Amanda's the GOAT, hands down.
And she's beat everybody.
And
I'm talking about people. Like I felt like
she's knocked people out. Come on, Cyborg.
Yeah.
All right, who the thought somebody would have put Cyborg on her ass?
Yeah, she put Cyborg to sleep. Didn't she beat Holly Holm too?
Oh yeah, she knocked Holly Holm out. She knocked Ronda Rousey
The way
out.
she beat Misha Tate to get the belt. Oh yeah, she retired Rousey for good.
So,
I mean, Holly kind of kicked Rousey into another person, and Amanda went ahead and just ended her.
It was like, yeah, don't
she
come
just
back.
took her corpse and just set it on fire.
I'll tell you, like, hey, the belts are available now. Now Juliana has a chance to become the champ. Now you have your chance at becoming the GOAT. Don't shit on somebody who's the GOAT talking about they try to avoid you. Just put in work. See if you can run a division the way Amanda did. Let her go up. Because how old is Amanda now?
Yeah, and that's both belts are vacated.
Yeah, both belts are vacated.
Probably like late 30s, like 36, 37.
Yeah.
I would think. Somewhere in that
I'm
age.
glad Amanda retired because it's not enjoyable seeing some of these greats stick around so long to look terrible.
That's true.
That
is very true.
Just go on about your shoot.
It's too much of that.
Way too much. Now I saw.
And you're gonna know.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Like as a fighter, when your body's telling you like it might be time, or if you just, if your head's not in it, or if any part of you's not fully invested, like that's dangerous. So, yeah, congrats to Amanda, man.
Amanda did, man.
She solidified it. Well, she's been solidified as the GOAT.
Hell yes.
Yeah. Now we can celebrate her.
Now I saw this clip of two heavyweights. Good old Francis Bones Jones. This clip kind of made me laugh. Let's see this in instant.
You know you don't want no smoke. Huh? You know you don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying. With the 1-2 king. With the 1-2 king. Listen, I give you a respect for that, and I want that too. You know that. I've always been here. I've always been here.
So essentially, John Jones is telling him that he's been the king since he came in the game. And that Francis doesn't want any kind of smoke. Francis is like, I want smoke. And then there's another video where you see them kind of like squeezing each other's shoulders, kind of sizing each other up, but in a polite tone. So it was kind of playful. And I will say this: John Jones is a beast, but we don't know if he can beat Francis.
Oh, he could beat
You think he
Francis.
can beat Frankie?
He would dismantle
You
Francis,
think-
bro. Oh, he would
You
dismantle.
think he could take a
Oh, yeah.
punch from Francis?
No, definitely not. No, but he's not going to get that punch off. Bro. We both know.
I
that.
think
John Jones knows, if he knows what your superpower is, he's just going to take it away from you. I feel like he would do Francis like he done every other big
I don't know,
hitter.
man.
And he would go in there. Because Francis, I give Francis credit because of how he fought Cyril Gane, and he showed a lot of like toughness in that fight. But Cyril Gane ain't John Jones. John Jones, if he gets a hold of any part of Francis's body, Francis.
It was a
is
little
done.
disappointing watching that fight simply
'Cause
because
we never-
Cyril Gane is small.
But we never seen Francis be like somebody grab him and like do stuff to him. Because we've always seen him keeping people at length and like uppercutting what's his name's head off his shoulders and like punching people to sleep. But John ain't gonna go in there and play that game with him. He knows that punch is nuclear. So he's just gonna take it away from him.
I hope
Oh yeah, I think he would dismantle Francis.
I hope that fight happens because I would actually love to see.
Oh
it.
yeah.
I would love to see that.
Yeah,
fight.
that's the fight that needs to happen.
Now speaking of UFC fighters, there were a couple of things that happened during the NBA finals involving Conor McGregor. Now, I told you I stopped being a Conor McGregor fan after, because I listened to the Marches in the Morning radio, and the host of that show went to Ireland. He was he's a Conor McGregor fan. He was a Conor McGregor fan. He had mentioned Conor's name over there in Ireland, and everybody kind of just like, yeah, he's a dick. He allegedly sexually assaulted somebody over there. They were burying the story because he was Conor McGregor. So, me not know, again, if those kind of allegations are out there, I'll jump off the bandwagon until, the story fully comes out. But they kind of buried whatever was going on in Ireland, so, those are just alleged. So during the Miami game, Conor McGregor does two things. One, he knocks out the Miami mascot, which was completely unnecessary.
Yes.
The guy had to go to the hospital. Just taking things too far. Like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with him? Second, he has security. No, I don't know if it was Miami security or his security. Escort a young lady to the bathroom where he proceeds to forcefully stick his tongue in her mouth. I don't know if anything went past that, but nonetheless, it's not what she wanted. He did it. Or I shouldn't say he did it, allegedly. But there's video showing the girl being escorted to the bathroom. Of course, there's no cameras in the bathroom, so. What a piece of shit. On two counts, on those two counts. Plus, he likes to punch Obi. So if he doesn't get, and the young lady just wants to settle out of court, she doesn't want to get, have this run through the fork. Most folks might say, she's just after the money, but in these kind of cases, they'll drag the female through the mud. And she'll just have to relive that terrible moment over and over again. So yeah, if she wants to settle out. it gives those scumbags in the media less to fucking talk. But like,
Mm-hmm.
Conor McGregor, and going back to the referee, there are cameras everywhere, dude. You don't think you're gonna get caught? You're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
seen? What the fuck?
It's true.
Did he actually think he could lure a female into the bathroom and get away with it? Now, I know the rumors are he's shooting up steroids, so, people who shoot up steroids aren't really mentally stable. Because, we've dealt with folks that have
Mm-hmm.
shot up steroids or were,
Yeah,
while they were shooting up, they were just not themselves.
it's true.
And that's still no excuse to fucking try to rape a chick in the fucking bathroom. Especially at a fucking bathroom.
Nope.
Like, dude, man, what the fuck are you thinking? If in fact he doesn't get charged or go to jail for any of this, and the fight with Michael Chandler goes through, I hope Michael Chandler ruins him the same way Dustin Poirier ruined his ass. I just want to see his face get smashed in. Dudes like this, Ben Roethlisberger did some shit like this. Lure chicks into the bathroom stalls, doing some bullshit. I don't know what it is with some of these folks, these athletes. Or what the fuck is going on in their minds? Like, you think it's okay to do some shit. And you already know, people already think you're a rapist.
Mm-hmm.
And you thought you could lure a chick into the
That's
bathroom
facts.
and get away with it. I hope he gets his face smashed in. I really. I hope.
There's too many.
Whatever money the young lady gets.
Too many accounts of this happening.
Whatever money the young lady gets, I know mentally that's not going to help her, but I hope she gets a ton of money from this fucking prick. And I hope this prick gets his face smashed the fuck in.
And he only gets away with this because of who he is. Like, it's not right. And there's been too many like allegations like this against him for it to be like, oh no, these people are just lying on him. At some point, there's got to be some truth to this.
And like, dude,
that's how I'm looking at
I
it.
was a fan of Conor McGregor, bro. A fan.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just disappointing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, bro. Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting.
It's disgusting, bro. Yeah. And him knocking out the mascot was disgusting too. Because I thought it was just supposed to be like a little skit, playful thing. But he put the dude in the hospital.
He landed.
Like, what the hell is it? What is
He
his
landed
deal?
2 solid punches. 2 solid punches on that dude for no fucking reason, man.
Well, you're a trained fighter. Like, why are you hitting this fucking mascot? Like,
They're like 2 solid punches to the face. It was just.
it's disgusting, man. It's just unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like you said, like I used to like Conor and what he brought to the fight game, and like his energy and his charisma and everything. But then around that Khabib time, it turned vile, man. Like him talking about his father and
I was
Dustin Poirier's wife and everything. It's like what?
He made me, like, I was never a Khabib fan. He made me a Khabib fan
Mm-hmm.
with all the shit that he was doing leading up to that fight.
Mm-hmm.
When he was like, why are you going to call another man's wife a whore? I mean, unless you slept with her or have video or proof of her doing these things, why would you even bring her into the fight? I mean, there's so many things you could have said to Dustin himself. To insult him, degrade him.
Him and Poirier thought they had like a good thing at first. Like the first fight, I felt like they had good like energy and there was no animosity. And then it turned into that, like, it used to be charismatic and like witty, and that's just like malicious and vile. It's like
when
it's not necessary.
When Conor broke his shit, I celebrated. I celebrated.
You like become a caricature
of
of like the Conor McGregor person, It's not even like a real person.
Yeah, you never wish that on anybody. Because even the dude that broke his leg the same way Anderson Silva broke his. I was not.
Oh,
I was
Weidman.
never a fan of his, but you don't wish that on the dude or anybody.
Mm.
But when
No.
it happened to Connor, it put a
Mm.
smile on my face, and I was actually happy that it happened. And in truth, in this next fight, I hope to see something that gruesome involving him again. I hope Chandler puts the hurting on this motherfucker. Now,
Chandler's
may
tough,
God,
man.
he
Chandler's
is. You know, may
tough.
God forgive me for wishing that kind of thing, but guys like Conor McGregor deserve that. And, you know, some, you know, folks need to speak up about shit like that too. I hope he gets his shit broke, whether it be his face, his arm, or his leg. Hopefully it's the same leg. Hopefully it didn't heal it. And his dumbass tries to throw a kick and it snaps again. I'm going to rewind and watch. Rewind and watch. Because that is exactly what he deserves. You know, Dustin Poirier is actually a really good dude outside of the ring. Like all the charities that he supports and gives money to, the time that he puts in, like Dustin Poirier is an awesome dude. For Conor to be doing bullshit like this, I hope you get your shit broke. Now, moving on. We probably won't have too much time to talk about this, but I won't be going to see Flash in theater. They're not going to get my money. Now, that's not to say I won't watch the movie. I'm just not going to pay for it. Ezra Miller is a scumbag, and he deserves to get parts of him broke too. Now, I've heard the movie is great. Now, here's my thing about the Ezra thing. With all that we know, there's video. There's actual video of him choking a woman out.
You learn it?
Thank you.
Did you want to fight? Is that you?
Whoa, bro.
You want to fight? You want to learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that you?
Whoa, bro.
Fight?
Okay. Have we seen video of Jonathan Majors choking that lady out? Choking any other female out? But yet he's been kicked off every project that he's had lined up because of those allegations. Ezra Miller has choked a woman out. And there's allegations of him grooming minors. Yeah, they still put that movie out, boy. And I'm sure he's going to get work. He's going to get that money too. Because I know that money did well. I mean, that movie did well. But you see what I'm saying? Ezra doesn't fully get canceled, even though there's actual proof of him choking a woman out. But Jonathan Majors gets kicked off everything he's got going on because of allegations. And there's text from the chick that made those allegations saying, you know, that's not what really happened.
I think Jonathan will be all right, though. I think they got proof that he's good.
I fucking hope so.
He's still on the Marvel stuff as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know. I know he's lost a couple other roles.
You know who they're looking to replace him in Marvel with, right? I haven't seen that show, and I'm thinking, I should check it out too. Snowfall on Hulu. The main character, of Snowfall, is the backup plan for Jonathan Majors if things don't pan through.
True. Okay. I don't think it's going to end up being though.
I pray not. But did you go see the movie? I wanted to ask him. Flash.
What's that? No, I haven't seen it.
They go get your money, and I get mine.
I just want to see it from Michael Keaton, man.
Dude.
I want to see Michael Keaton back in that bat suit. That shit got me blown, bro. 70-year-old Michael Keaton.
I'm hearing
still out here fighting
good things about everybody, including Ezra Miller. But this guy is a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, this guy. I think it's a they. Like or their pronouns. Trying to be politically correct.
Who?
I think it's a they
For Ezra?
situation. Ezra.
Fuck that ass clown.
Yeah. Well, I'm not.
Yeah, I said it.
I'm with you. You know, I'm not. No, I'm saying I'm not.
He wants to be called they.
Not discrediting where you're coming from.
Yeah, you're a fucking
but I just want to
woman beating a rapist.
throw it
That's
out
what
there.
he is. They're pronoun for that.
Ezra is fantastic in that
I bet
role.
he is. And I told
as
you,
far as, like,
I told
the
you that movie
Flash,
was going to be good.
the Justice League, and the Batman. Like, Ezra was like a bright spot in all those DC movies.
It's a damn shame. Like,
nah, man, there's a lot of evidence and proof that the stuff that Ezra gets into is not cool. Choking a lady, like this video of that.
dude,
and,
he's
like,
beat
the
up.
grooming,
He's beat up chicks in bars.
and,
I
like,
mean,
putting hands on a lot of people. It's like, that's not cool, man. And I know that Warner Brothers will say, "Oh, well, the movie was already made. We had to put it out." Like, no, not really. You could have just redid it. You'd have lost money, but you'd have kept your dignity.
yeah, I will say this: as good as Ezra is, who could they have replaced?
Oh, there's Timothy Chalamet could be the
Would they have been
the
good?
kids from the Maze Runner. Yeah, because I think they're good enough actors. Like the kid from the
The
Maze
lead
Runner,
in the Maze
I
Runner?
thought he'd have been a good Flash.
Really? Did you like the Maze Runner?
Hell, I haven't seen him, but I know who that kid is. Hell, Tom Holland. I know he's Spider-Man. He can be Flash.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know.
What about Andrew Garfield?
Or they could have went a different route. Garfield would be good. He's a little bit older, but he'd be a good Flash. They could go a different route and not even do Barry Allen. They could do the Wally West, which is my favorite Flash, the redheaded Flash. I thought they could have went that route. You know? And maybe that's how this movie ends. It's like they can get up out of this and get a new Flash. Because this is going to restart. This is probably going to restart all of DC and like what they got going on. So, we'll see. I mean,
but again, the Flash
I don't
is,
know.
I'm not
It's
going to go,
kinda-
again, once it like comes on one of the streaming services, I'll check it out. But they're definitely not going to get my money. I'm hoping to be able to go see Guardians before it leaves the theater. We don't know because of how the work team is going. But
I do want to see the Spider-Verse.
yes, I want to see that too.
I was supposed to go, but wasn't feeling good the last couple of weekends.
But I want to see that and Guardians hopefully before they leave. A lot of stuff is hitting the streaming service, like Creed 3, Avatar.
Yeah.
Were you intending on watching that?
I probably will.
That's on the streaming service.
I saw the first one, so
What's the other one?
might as well.
Isn't it? Oh,
I'm not a huge fan of the Avatar movies. I thought it
yeah.
was, they look cool, but stories, whatever.
And apparently we're going to get like 4 or 5 of them. Who knows for what?
I don't know why.
I'm hoping to see Fast and the
Yeah,
Furious.
why
That's
keep
the movie
making-
I want to see in theater. I don't give a damn. I want to go see
Ooh.
Fast and Furious in theater. Because
I haven't seen like the last 4. I saw the first 5, and then that was it. I haven't seen 6, 7, 8. I don't know why they keep making them. Once Paul Walker passed, like that was the sign to stop.
I agree.
We can just go ahead and put
But
this.
I'm glad they put the brothers in
because
space.
it ain't the same
I'm
without
glad they
him.
put the brothers in space, though. I was happy to see that go down.
Bro, look at the stuff that they be doing, bro. I thought these were racing movies. They're turning into these like action adventure heists.
They
Bro,
went from being
Vin
common
Diesel,
criminals to
he be like jumping mountains and shit, bro. Like they be like got magnets that can carry cars over the like. Come on, bro. Like, what? Bro, they look like at one point it looked like Vin Diesel stopped a flying car and was like pushed it out of his path of hitting him. It's like, are they the Avengers? There?
that's basically what
the
they
hell
are
is
now,
going
bro.
on?
Basically what they are now. You should check it out. And I think The Rock is
And I
coming
thought
back.
what's his name
The Rock-
died, but he
The Rock is coming
good,
back for the
'cause
last
The Rock
two.
is awesome.
So
I thought what's his name died
Who?
in one of in Tokyo Drift.
yeah,
thought Han
he
died.
did. But he's back, buddy.
Well, now he's
he's
back.
back. He's back.
I haven't seen Hobbs and Shaw either, so I guess it's like 5 fast
Hobbs and
movies
Shaw
that
is
I
actually
haven't
pretty
seen,
good. You
but
should check that out. You should treat yourself.
I've heard that. I've heard And I love Rock and I love Statham, so
You
I'm
should
gonna
definitely
check
check
it
it
out.
out. But AI,
Yeah.
well, just
They should have stopped making fast movies.
hey, we
like
got 2 more coming.
7
We
years
got
ago.
2 more coming.
Christ.
But yeah, I want to apologize again to everybody for missing out these past couple of weeks. Moving forward,
Yes, sir.
if you guys are Black Mirror fans, we're going to be discussing Black Mirror along with,
Mhm.
amongst other things, but definitely we'll be discussing Black Mirror along with some other shows. So look forward to that because we got a new
Mhm.
season out. And I know we had discussed You before. We are going to finish the last part of You so we can get that out of the way and done.
Mhm.
Squared away. So, hey, if you guys are looking to get any artwork, please hit my nephew up. Check him out. His info is in our bio.
Yes, sir. We'll check out NISH, the producer of the intro, outro track, Trap Sax. You can find his music on SoundCloud, YouTube. NISH,
yes.
NISH.
Thanks again for joining the lab,
Sure.
man. This is Marcus. I'm Al. Peace.
Peace.